Hey, how's it going everyone? This is DCSU81 and today without a single doubt, I'm very excited to do a review for this CD Toys. There is no name on this box. Well, but you can see this is the Andrew Garfield, the very first Spider-Man suit. Okay, so as we know by now, CD Toys is a fake, it's a bootleg, it's not even the real thing. But you will always try to mix it very close to the original, especially on the box, which unfortunately I do not have the real one. So I will put a picture side by side to do a comparison. So as you can see, yes, it's quite close, but they actually remove quite a lot of stuff, especially on the wording here. You know, there isn't any Spider-Man words there. As compared to the previous one, I think they do have the word Spider-Man, you know, or whichever character, but this time they rather leave it blank. And they even changed this picture here, which is rather surprising. And at this side of the box, you can see that it's still pretty much the same except for the missing Mayfax wording there. And once again, at this side, it's the same Spider-Man pose and they actually remove the wordings here as well. And at the back of the box is pretty much the same except that they actually remove one of the Spider-Man here, which is the exact pose as the one that's supposed to be the front. I'm not sure why they are so against looking at the back of the Spider-Man. It's pretty weird. And they also changed the pose for this Spider-Man, which they actually use it on here. Okay, that's about it. Of course, you can't see any Mayfax wording here because it's a fake. So, let's get it opened. Okay, so this is the Spider-Man right out of the box and wow, I mean, it does looks beautiful. Wow, just take a look at that. And one of the reasons that I didn't get the original is because during that time, I actually find it rather ugly. I mean, in terms of the promo picture, it looks ugly, but it is their very first Mayfax, so I couldn't blame them because it's their first attempt. But now, when I look at these CD Toys, I'm not sure if they did any improvement. I assume not, but it just looks okay. And another reason that I didn't get is because I really dislike this suit in the very first Spider-Man. I actually like the Amazing Spider-Man, which is the number 2. Yeah, that one is my favorite suit by far. Okay, even surpassed the Tobey Maguire suit. That's my favorite. But this one now, it kind of grew on me, especially on the yellow lens. It just looks very nice now. I kind of disliked the yellow lens last time because I prefer the silver one. But this one just looks okay. I mean, the Spider-Man logo is very cool. You can see it's quite huge as compared to some is just a small one. And the suit is rather nice. I mean, you can feel the details on it. Yeah, this is really, the feeling of it is it does have a little bit weight and it just feels like a real Mayfax here. It doesn't feel like a hollow plastic or something cheap. And from the leg, wow, you can see there is some design here as well. This is very cool. Okay, even at below, they really make it looks like the real thing, guys. This is amazing. And let's take a moment to appreciate this. I always like the superhero emblems is big, like the Kingdom Come Superman. Yeah, this one Spider-Man does have like the whole thing at the back, which is amazing. Wow, this is really nice. But I did notice one thing that I kind of find that his face is kind of bigger than the arm. I mean, the size is a little big as compared to his skinny proportions. This one just looks like it's kind of too big. This is just pretty amazing, guys. And now let's move on to the accessory. I will start with the hands as always. It just comes with a pair of closed fist hands that's already on the figure. A pair of relaxed hands, which I think that is being done rather nicely. Wow. A pair of wall crawling hands. A pair of hands to hold on to the webbings, or you can actually use it like a thumbs up hands. And lastly, what's a Spider-Man without a web shooting hands? This is nice. He just comes with 2 webbings, which is to attach to his wrist. And I just like how they actually make it translucent. Yeah, this is really good. And another long webbings for his swinging pose. So yes, that's all the accessory that this very first Spider-Man that comes out from Mayfax. Of course, this is CD Toys. Yeah, they actually copy everything, so the original should have the same portions of accessory as well. And next, let's try out on the accessory. I would like to see how the joints actually looks like. So let's remove the hands. Yes, very Mayfax looks. And let's try on these kind of like thumbs up hands. Yes, very easy to put it. And let's see. Yep. Oh, okay. This is, I think the hole is kind of too big. You can see the webbing kind of slip through it. Oh no, this is a failure in QC. Is it the same for the right hand? Let's see. Yes. Oh, okay. The right hand. Oh no, it's still very loose, but it's not as loose as the left hand. You can see that I shake it and it still doesn't move, but this one really just slipped through it. And next, let's try to interchange the right hands with the web shooting. Okay, just put the webbings here and let's try. Yes, it's pretty easy to go in, and this is how it looks like. That's pretty cool.
Come on, let me go! Stop it! Dude, that isn't funny! It is kind of funny, man.
And I also noticed that he just comes with the webbings device here at his wrist. Yeah, very cool at both of his arms. And I forgot to mention that CD Toys also give a base that is very similar to Mayfax. And right up next, I'm going to move on to the articulations. I'll start with the head as always, so you can look to the right, looks to the left, no issue. Looking up, wow, that's pretty good. Looking down is even better. And he does have a separate neck with a very good range of movement, and his arm can go 360 degree going upwards. Let's see. Yes, slightly less than 90 degrees there. And he does have a bicep shivers, a double joint elbow, and he doesn't have any butterfly joint. I think this is the very initial design, so it just looks pretty odd with the cut here without any butterfly joints, but you still can do a little bit. Yeah, not that much. And for his hair, of course, you can move around going up and down. And there's one thing that I noticed when I was doing the tryout just now, is that his hand, when you remove it, can you hear that sound? It does have a little bit of cuts at the end of the joint, which actually makes it feels like, you know, when you put it in, you actually lock it down, and when you try to pull out, it does have a little bit of restrictions. Yeah, this is, I mean, I do appreciate that, because when you put it in, you can really feel that it's being locked down. There is a slight popping sound. Let's try it again. Yeah, can you hear that? Yep. Okay, so wow, this is, I'm not sure whether this is a new design from the CD Toys or whether it's something new even from the back in the old days from Mayfax, because if I do compare with the real Mayfax, you can see what I'm talking about. There isn't anything at the joint, so when you just put it in or you slide it out, it's just smooth, you know, there is no anything holding onto it. Yeah, this is also good, but just that with this one, it does feels like it's being secure. Yeah, something like the SH Figuarts, where they actually makes the joint a little bit thicker, like a round ball joint, so that when you put it in, it will just pop, you know, that kind of feelings. Okay, yep. So let's go back to the articulations. At the torso, you have 2 points here, and you can actually move it around very easily. The waist also, you can move it, and I do agree that this portion just looks a bit ugly. You can see that the waist just go outwards, and this torso is like, you know, you do have a very big gap there. Okay, but again, this is a very old design, I believe. So for his leg, there is a very wide range of pull down mechanism, no cuts on the tights, so there's no shivers, but you can still do a little bit of shivers here. Double joint knee, which is pretty good. And for his leg, you can actually, it's on a ball pack, you can turn it around, and there are toe hinges as well. Okay, so let's see how well you can kick forwards. very good. More than 90 degrees there. Kicking backwards is just a little. And how about bending forwards? Okay, let's see. She should be able to do better than this. That's pretty odd. Okay, so it's not that much, so rather disappointing. Bending backwards is, I think, slightly better. Yeah. Okay, so with the leg being pulled down, I believe he can do a perfect split. That's pretty good. Okay, so his articulation is not that bad except for the missing butterfly joints, and somehow he can't bend forward that much. Yeah, I think that's about it. I think that's, especially I'm pretty impressed, especially with the wrist joint, which is something that I kind of prefer. Yeah, do give a thumbs up if you enjoy the review. Thank you. Okay, now I think it's the very interesting part, which is the head swapping. Yes, I think you guys would like to see how the Andrew Garfield head fits onto it. I actually have two of them. One is from the Marvel Legends, another is from the Maniple. Yes, so let's try with the Marvel Legends first, which I'm quite doubt that it will fit. Okay, you can see the head is so much bigger than the body. Yeah, so this doesn't works very well. And next we will try with this Maniple, which I really hope that it works. And I'm not going to try on the neck because you can see it's of totally different paint. So I'm just going to try with the heads. Let's see. Oh no. Okay, it's slightly better than the Marvel Legends. At least it's not too big, but it is still bigger than the body. Maybe we just leave it up slightly. Is it helping? Let's see. Not really. Still looks like the head is bigger than the body, but at some angle I think it will looks okay, maybe. Yeah, but this body is being made too skinny. Okay, so for the size comparisons, I'll compare with some Mayfax. I do have the Spider-Man right over here, which we've seen just now. Okay, which is, wow, remarkably bigger than him. And also this Peter B. Parker, which is taller than him. And next I would like to compare with City Toys itself. So I do have this Spider-Man. This is the comic versions, about the same height. And also this Toby Spider-Man in the black suit, which I think is the smallest Spider-Man of all. And next I'd like to compare with this Marvel Legends Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. Wow, so much taller. And also this SH Figuarts, the Amazing Spider-Man. Wow. Now I do hope that the SH Figuarts will make this Spider-Man instead. And lastly, I'd like to compare with two non-Spider-Man figures. This is the Mask from PW Toys, as well as this Pop Mart Gong Superman. Okay, so for my final verdict, I think CG Toys did a very good job in bringing back this Spider-Man, which is the very first Mayfax versions. And the original version, currently I just saw one post. Oh my god, the price is ridiculous. This is crazy. No one is going to buy that. So City Toy has given us another alternative to own these guys in our collection. And for those of you who are Andrew Garfield Spider-Man fans, you should really get this one. It looks amazing together with the new Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit. So yes, I do recommend this Amazing Spider-Man from City Toys. It is rather affordable as well. And once again, I do hope you enjoy this review, and I'll catch you guys again in my next video. Oh hey, I do hope you watched this video right here.